Happy Tuesday. I have a lot of data for your weekly update for the week of August 4th through the 11th. We had 101 new listings this last week. 24 homes came back on the market. 134 price reductions and 12 price increases. There were only 2 contingent sales, 125 pending sales. 46 of those were on the market for 7 days or less, 19 for 8 to 15 days, 17 for 16 to 30 days, 12 for 31 to 45 days, and 31 were on the market for more than 45 days. 72 closed sales, 24 of those were on the market for 7 days or less, 12 for 8 to 15 days, 11 for 16 to 30 days, 2 for 31 to 45 days, and 23 were on the market for more than 45 days. 38 of the closed sales sold for less than 100% of their original list price, 20 sold at 100%, and 14 sold above asking. Our average this week was 97.24% the sale price versus the original list price, and 99.6% the sale price versus the list price at the time of sale. So we're staying pretty consistent there. We gained inventory and we got our condo back. We're at 880 including condos. This is the highest inventory we've had since July 25th of 2016, and we'll see if the trend continues. It was this, well, I'll get to this in a second. There were 22 new listings over $1 million, 14 pending sales, and 12 closed sales, but the most active price range for pending sales was 400 to 500, and for closed sales it was 500 to 600. So where do we stand compared to 2025? This week last year we were at 750, 810 including condos. So it was this week last year that we hit our apex in inventory, and then the inventory started to come down. So we'll see if we follow that trend or if we follow the trend of a decade ago where we were still building inventory through August. So we're at 109% of the inventory. There were 89 new listings, so we're at 113%. 115 pending sales, so we're at 109%, and 83 closed sales, so we're at 87%. As you know, the Northwest Multiple Listing Service comes out with its statistical data for the previous month, and now we have July's numbers. And July 2026, we saw more residential and condominium listings in all of the counties except for Mason, July 26 versus 25. All counties have had more listings year to date and have higher inventories than what we saw the end of July 26 versus July 25. For closed sales, all but King County had more closed sales in July 26 versus 25. And year to date, only Pierce and Kitsap have more closed sales. Actually, Mason is also behind. So yeah, so it was Kitsap and Pierce that have more sales year to date. And Kitsap, Mason, and Pierce have higher median prices compared to a year ago as well. So King County had 88.1% the number of sales in July 26 versus 25. Year to date, they're at 93%. Their median price is 98.8% of what it was. Their market time is 34 days versus 28 days in 2025. And they've got 3.88 months of inventory. Snohomish had 103.8% the number of sales in July. Their year to date is at 95.2%. Their median price is 96.1%. Their market time is 35 days versus 28 days, and they have 3.01 months of inventory. Pierce County had 100.3% the number of sales in July. They're at 101.2% year to date. Their median price is 101.8% of what it was. Their market time is 44 days versus 38 days in 2025, and they have 3.04 months of inventory. Mason County had 103.9% the number of sales in July. They're at 93.7% year to date. Their median price is 100.3%, so not much of a gain there. Their market time is 60 days versus 51 days in 2025, and they have 4.12 months of inventory. Here in Kitsap, we had 392 sales versus 364 in July of 25, so we're at 107.7%, so we're the front runner there. Year to date, we've had 2,102 sales versus 2060, so we're at 102%. Our median price is $577,641 versus $570 a year ago, so we're at 101.4%. The market time is pretty close to what it was. We're at 42 days versus 40 days last year. We're at 2.28 months of inventory, so our inventory is still very low. Another number that you might hear for residential only for the median price is $585 versus $579 last year. So we're still seeing, despite the building inventory, we're still seeing values go up. Unlike King and Snohomish counties, they're kind of getting beat up a bit, actually, despite the fact that they have relatively low months of inventory. 3 months is kind of where we start to hit a balance. So we're well below that, and King is above that pretty well. So like I said, there's a lot of information here. We'll see what the trend is over the next couple of weeks to see if we continue to build inventory or if we start to see inventory either plateau or drop off. But again, the highest inventory we've had in a decade. So as always, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out. That's why we're here. Otherwise, have a great week, and we'll see you soon.